Chef Chat episode 23, and I'm on my way out to a small town called Ballaun, which is located outside Loughrea in Galway, to meet a man called Africano, who is a chef who has worked in a variety of Michelin star restaurants from 1, 2 and 3 star, and he's opening up a new restaurant out there called Lignum. It looks pretty exciting from what I've seen of it so far, and yeah, I can't wait to meet Danny and check out the new place. Lignum.
We've been working this like quietly for a year nearly now.
Yeah.
But why call it Lignum, I guess, and why the whole concept with wood is because like you know, there's so many restaurants open up in Ireland, and like not everyone's doing the same thing, but we had to do something completely different.
Right. Yeah.
We are in the countryside in Galway. Like, it is a bit of a destination place, so for it to be a destination place we had to like go outside the box and think of something new. So what we're doing here is we're cooking with wood with the oven, so we've no gas. So basically like we're going back cooking like people used to, just with some wood.
Yeah.
And like that's what it's all about. Like for me, I love it. Even just looking at the fire now, it just gives me like serious inspiration. Such a powerful thing, but then so light in flavour, and it's like every day I come in here and light the oven, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to start cooking, because we haven't started cooking yet because we're nearly there.
Yeah.
But once we come in, the whole team's ready to go. We're like, everyone's super excited because we've been waiting for this kitchen for a long time. Now we're like 95% there, and just once we start cooking, it's going to be super exciting. This is it's an absolute, you can't picture it right now, but in a couple of months' time, this is all going to be a veggie patch area. Like, this is the dining room, so like that's table 4 right there. A round table is going to be there,
and they're all looking out onto
looking out into where our veggies are going to be grown. And
I'm blown away by the place, honestly. Even when I was coming out here, in my head I was thinking, like, are people really going to travel this distance out? You know what I mean? When you come in here and you see the place, like it's nearly like it doesn't belong in Loughrea. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the reaction we're looking off people. So basically what you just said is that what we want off people. Like, Loughrea would, for some people's standards, would even be a small little town, which it is a small town. And we're even outside Loughrea, we're in Ballaun. Here in Ballaun there's a pub, a church and a school, your average like little village. And I think that makes it quite fun as well. Like, you know, we're not city slickers, we're out here in the countryside. And this is like a massive challenge as well, you know. We don't have the footfall that people would have in a town or a city, you know. We have to like create a restaurant where people have to come, like, so this is the biggest challenge also with the restaurant.
How do you do that? How do you get people, how do people come out here to Ballaun?
That's the thing, I guess, like, today it's social media. Which is great for some cases, but if you don't like social media like me, it's terrible. I hate social media.
Really?
Like,
your social media has been quiet. You know, it's been kind of mysterious nearly. Was that part of the plan?
Yeah, to be honest, I've been doing something a bit different. Like, you know, it's not your average restaurant, and I didn't want to like explode with like too much information. You know, like we're 8 months in the build, and you're the first person inside the building.
Wow.
So like, I mean, we're doing different. We'll find out like once people arrive, but I mean, we should have had like loads of people come in and do videos, but I don't know, I like it to be quiet, you know. Let people be curious, don't give too much away. We do, like, the whole thing that we're trying to create is a destination place, so we don't want to have like people come in and they already know everything. So we really want people to be amazed by the building and the food and the whole concept when they arrive.
Right, okay, so let's talk a little bit about the food then. I've no idea, we've not spoke about the food at all, right?
No.
But just from walking around here, looking at the type of place, what comes to my head is kind of Nordic cooking, Noma-esque restaurant. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I guess so, because we're starting to preserve a lot of stuff, but we won't go too Nordic. There will be a bit of Nordic there, there'll be Italian, but there'll be a bit of everything that I've picked up from my travels, you know, from Australia. I've been in Singapore and New York, you know, so try and grab a few little pieces, put them into a couple of dishes. But you know, we won't go too Nordic. There won't be something fermented or preserved in every dish.
Right, okay.
We'll take it easy.
Yeah.
If it needs it, it'll be in there. If it doesn't, it won't be there.
Okay. Do you want to give me like a little idea of the food, or do you want to keep
Yeah, sure. No. It's so basically the food that we've done the last couple of days is just inspiration. For the last couple of weeks, the team and I have been going around and basically real simple. Like obviously so we're cooking with wood.
Yeah.
So these grills are made specially for us.
Yeah.
So like we don't have any like rings or hobs for cooking. So basically this is it. And in the midst of summer or the service, so we'll be feeding this oven constantly. It's going to be around 350, 400 degrees. And how it works then is that like for cooking, we get the char. Once it's like, this is what you're looking for, these embers.
Yeah.
Once these are created, that's what we're going to be cooking on. Okay. So we'll take those embers out of the oven and we'll put them on here. So basically this is like, if chef terms, this is like your plancha or your induction hob, whatever, and we put everything here. And this is how we'll cook, essentially. So this is our temperature control, like, yeah, so meat, fish, veggies.
Height, right?
Yeah, this is our height. This is how we control it, up and down. And obviously we have a little fan to bring up the temperature and everything. Yeah. So this is like our three. So we've got meat, fish, veggie. Yeah. And then over here is like where we'll smoke and finish a lot of things. So like we'll be using like our three main woods that we're working with is birch, ash and oak. Okay. And then obviously like being in Ireland, we're using some turf. Yeah, so turf, it gives that amazing smokiness, and hay, and we've got like some stuff that we're working on in, we have like a little kitchen out the back. Yeah. So the last couple of months we've been working on a few little ideas, and our menu, it's funny because we were meant to be opening like at the races, and that's a couple of weeks past. So like the menu is constantly changing. Because we're not ready yet. So like it looks like we're going to be going into the, like, you know, the game season, and at the start we weren't even thinking about game yet, but now we're thinking about game.
Right. And like if there's anything more impressive than kind of what I can only imagine the food's going to be, it's the design, right, of the place, and the actual building, like it's incredible.
So the building, it used to be an old stable, it belonged to the house next door, and my parents converted it to a restaurant, Slayford House it used to be called, and then obviously when I came back, I just got a hammer in my hand and I started, because there was walls covered with concrete, and I was like, I wonder what's behind here, and I started breaking walls, and all the stones start coming out, the original brickwork. We already had loads of stone, and like I think when people come down here, they'll notice that like the stone gives such character to the whole building. Yeah, so then this is how the guests are going to come in here. So like the first thing they see is going to be this bar. So again, we were speaking about it earlier. So we're doing like we have a mixologist, and we're working closely with him with the kitchen as well. So like working with like ingredients that we forage to make our bitters and tonics. And like, you know, what we're trying to create here isn't just like somewhere for people to come and eat, but you know, if you want to escape from the city or like the town, from a busy bar or pub, whatever, just come out here, and like you have the wine, and we're doing like our own charcuterie and stuff. And like if you want to have like a cocktail where like you don't get very often here in Ireland, this is where we're trying to do. So we're doing like an urban style cocktail in the countryside.
So you don't need to even eat in the restaurant necessarily. You can just
you can come down here, you know, just somewhere to escape. If like I don't get away from the kids or get away from everything, come down here, and like we have a little room upstairs with all couches. And honestly, like it looks massive, but like we're trying to keep it real like small and unique, where like you're not crowded, you know. Each person will have its own like couch and its own chair, table and everything. Everything's going to be like, we don't want like people crowded here. Everything has to be chilled and like comfortable, and that's why it's taken so long, is that we're trying to make everything so people can enjoy it to the most.
I'm sure you would have heard some of the kind of negative stuff said to you, right, about the place, like it won't work. I'm sure people it's not going to work.
9 out of 10 are saying it.
Loughrea, right?
Yeah. The crazy man that's opening this restaurant that everyone, seemingly someone stopped a friend of mine in the town here the last day, and they said, well, that restaurant down in Ballaun, I heard it's going to cost like €350 to eat, and these are the kind of rumours that are going around. And it's quite funny, like small town chat, and everyone, because I did post a picture of like the oven, When I was doing the shopping in town, everyone was like, "Oh, I can't wait to come down and have a pizza." But I haven't told anyone yet that there won't be any pizzas done in this oven, unfortunately. So yeah, it's quite funny.
Is that a worry of yours? That
absolutely,
the customers won't come?
It's a massive worry. Like it's a worry, and it's like it's a negative thing and it's a positive thing where we are. The negative is like it's so far away, and like, you know, some people have concepts or ideas of like this place because it's all on grills. They think that, you know, they're coming down for a massive steak and chips and gravy, but no, we're not doing that. And the pizza with the chips, like we don't even have a fryer in this kitchen. So yeah, no steak, no chips, unfortunately. But like, we don't mind that when people come down and be like, "Where's this and where's that?" But like, that's what we're trying to do, is that like we're trying to give some food that people haven't tried before and be like, "Okay, this is weird, but it's nice because I've never tried it before," you know. And then over here, this is like going to be our main dining room. These are our handmade tables and chairs. We made our tables bigger than usual. Why? Because, you know, there's nothing worse when you're at a dinner and like you're sitting like this. We want like the whole thing. We want it to be like chill, luxurious, and like, you know, a large table is nice. You can like spread out, you know, you can the food that we're doing, like, you know, you don't just want to have one dish. We'll have like a couple of dishes at the same time. The sun sets over in that corner, so the people, when they're eating their dinner, they'll see the sunset coming down on the trees, and like, you know, it's beautiful now because all the trees are green and everything, but it's even nicer for me. I love it when the trees are bare. It's like two different sceneries.
It'll be good for Instagram as well, if it's a natural light. What's your biggest worry about, you know, opening the place?
There's loads. I worry most evenings when I go to sleep. You know, this is a massive project that I'm doing here, and it's a massive risk, I'm not going to lie, but I believe in it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in it. I wouldn't spend all this time and money and effort if I didn't believe in it. But my biggest worry right now is just getting it open. Once it's open, I don't have any worries. So right now, my biggest worry is just getting it open, and after that, I'm confident it's going to be good.
Fast forward to opening and even beyond. Let's go to about this time next year. Where would you like, you know, how would you like for this place to be like? Me visioning this place in a year's time is, let's hope we'll have a fully booked restaurant for a few weeks, hopefully months in advance, you know, because that's what every owner wants, is to have like a full restaurant and to have that vibe of hearing people talk and stuff. And also, I wouldn't mind, like, you know, as a young chef, everyone wants accolades, but like, they'll come if they come. If they don't, they come. We'll keep our head down here in the countryside, and we'll keep doing what we had intended from the start. Biggest worry right now is getting it open in a year's time. I'd love to see this place completely full. People talking about it, not here in this area, but like in Dublin. I'd love to, like, you know, people traveling. I'd love to get emails asking, like, can we come? Like, we're coming from Waterford. Like, that means people know about the restaurant, and you're doing something good. If people are traveling from like far and beyond, you know. Right, but I have to ask you this one, right? And I know you've kind of deflected it, right? But don't tell me that, you know, a year's time this place will be up and running, and you know, surely you want a star, one of those lovely stars,
those nice red stars. I mean, like I said, as any chef, or especially a young chef that's worked in that industry, like, that's what they want. That's the dream. That's why you work so hard for it. But you know, if it comes, it's unbelievable, and it's thanks to the team that's behind it, running this whole like restaurant. But if it doesn't, you know, we just put our heads down and we keep doing what we're doing. And if it comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, we keep working until it does.
Can we have a look at the kitchen?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's the one I want to see.
I know, yeah. So the kitchen, this is obviously my baby. Obviously, being the chef and the owner, I was allowed to design it. I was allowed to put a bit of more effort and again more money, because you know, these type of things aren't cheap, unfortunately. But yeah. Again, no doors. The minute you come in inside, you see us working, and we want people to be curious and to come up here and to have a look of this, because there's not many places in Ireland who have this this type of a kitchen, you know. This is the main part here, so like this is obviously a wood oven, burning oven. So how the restaurant works, yeah, so we feed the wood. This is a birch wood. Birch is more for flames, you know, if you have like a nice fire at home and you like those big flames, you'd use birch, but it's actually a real nice flavour off it too. So we've been using birch quite a bit lately. And what we do is like we feed it, yeah, and once that is turned into these embers, we use this to cook. So this is how we're going to cook then. Like this is our ox grills. They were made especially for us. And obviously this is how we control temperature.
Yeah, the sun
yeah. So yeah, this is how we literally will cook everything, like from, you know, our vegetables or fish or meat.
So will anything get cooked directly on that?
Yeah, so basically, yeah.
So you do reckon like there's a lot of flavour off that as opposed to just to...
Well, if you put your nose in there, like and like we'll be using a lot of stuff for smoking, for example, like if we're cooking vegetables. You know, this is how we'll cook directly our veggies directly on it, like. You know, we'll like finish off stuff with smoking. Like this is some moss we had in the forest yesterday and we're drying it out, and then we'll smoke stuff up like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it's do you know, it's something new, and the guys in the kitchen haven't done it before, so like it's a work in progress, you know, and that's the fun thing about it, you know. It's not like when you come into the kitchen and you turn everything on and you turn your oven on and it's the same, because you're turning with your hand and it's like a digital thermometer and everything. This is like
there's some smell of that.
Yeah, it's lovely. Like you know, like the oven, like you can't just turn down the heat when you want it to turn down, or you can't turn it up. You know, so it's really labour intensive. You know, when you're in the midst of service and you're doing like you're cooking meat, fish, and whatever, and next thing you're looking in your oven and there's no more charcoal in there. It's like, okay, I'm screwed now. So like it's something that like you need to be very careful of. Always have like your wood in there.
What about outside of this? Like, what's I'm interested. What do you do outside of this? Like,
well, for the next couple of years, this is going to be me living here. Yeah, this is it. I mean, until now, I've just been going around research. All for this, and I mean now that the research is done and we're a couple of weeks from putting it all together, you know, so for the next couple of months, it's going to be day and night in here for me, but like that's expected anyway, because you know I've been waiting 27 years for this moment, so it better be good.
Danny, thanks a million, all the best.
Thank you.
Can't wait to
check
it out.
As soon as it's up and running, we'll have a sit down and we have a good dinner, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.